Welcome to Ratty Boy in the Morning. We're going to do a little different stream today, everyone. We're going to be testing out synthesizers live. Expansion packs for Vengeance Avenger. I put the money on the table. I said, all right, Avenger, give me 5 expansion packs. Let's go, buddy. Let's rock. All right, guys, give me 4 seconds to do a bunch, or 4 minutes to do a bunch of social media, and then we're going to get out of our minds, all right? It has to be done. If you're watching in the archive, it has to be done. 5 minutes? You can't give me 5 minutes? 5 minutes. God damn it, where all the action is. Alright, welcome back in, everybody. Let me turn these down. I'm shouting at the top of my lungs. Alright, some old Ratty Boy jams. Old Ratty Boy jams. Your boy, Ratty Boy, me, is a composer for video games. And I have acquired some new toys to play with. No, I don't have it up yet. A Vengeance Avenger. Vengeance Avenger. Ugh. It's one of the best VST synthesizers, I think, that's come out in the last 10 years. Still using it to this day. The expansion packs for it are out of this world. Some of the presets are just out of this world. Playable. That's what we're dealing with here. Very playable presets where you can just sit right in there, slot right in. It feels like they were designed to be played. Alright, so I have a new project on the go, and some of the expansion packs seemed like they would be perfect for it. So a good starting point, in my opinion, is to start with these expansion packs and then sort of build on them, right? You don't just want to be like, hit the button, that's my song, cut, print, send. What we want to do is use these presets to sort of be a jumping off point, and then we'll start to, you know, we're going to stack our game of Jenga with these presets. Let me just get some music in the background real quick, because it's so goddamn quiet in here. All right, Ratty Boy only got 3 hours sleep last night, everyone. It was so little sleep that I'm technically not that tired right now. But I'm sure I look like death. All right, so some of the music I need to make for the project that I'm working on is supposed to sound like the 90s. But not the 90s that I know. I know the early 90s, maybe to 1995. I know it all. I know it all. But 90s, like from 95 on. How would you classify that? Like Prodigy era 90s. Now, I don't know a lot about these genres specifically, so what I want to do today, open up some of these presets and see what they did. How they construct such presets. Let me put my phone over here, wallet over there. Hey, you know what? It's like Mr. Rogers at the start of an episode. Hello, everybody. You know, Mr. Rogers wrote the music for the show? That is outrageous. Alright. Go time. We're going to be using Cubase today, everyone. Good old Cubase. Boom, boom. But I got to do screen capture. Oh, man, that's always stressful. I hate doing screen capture. Let me make sure no information is on the screen that should not be on the screen. I think we're good. Alright, can I get... Alright. Alright, I was up all night trying to set up these scenes, so let's see if they work. Okay. At a moment's notice, we'll just dive right into Cubase itself, but for now, for the context of the show, we're just going to keep it like this. Alright, this is Avenger. Now, I know for people that don't make any music or have used VSTs in a long time, this probably looks like just awful. Like, what the hell? What am I looking at here? And that's fine. That's to be expected. There's a lot going on in Avenger, but the thing is, Avenger is just really easy to play, and we'll find out now. So, what are the expansion packs that I'm going to be testing today? I'm going to be testing Acid Breaks, because that's late 90s. I also have Cyberpunk 2, which is not 90s at all, but it's my hope that Cyberpunk 2 has some stuff I can sort of slot in, learn from, because Cyberpunk 2, in my opinion, has very good production. 90s Euro dance. Stuff like that. Alright, and I'm also gonna dink around with Italo Disco 3, because, you know, Italo Disco, even though it is 80s, there's a lot of 90s instruments, I find, in Italo Disco. For people that don't know, Italo Disco is just an absolutely ridiculous genre, but it's fun. We have fun, huh? And last but not least, I'm going to be messing around with Synthwave 4. So, they have a deal going on right now during the summer, actually. Vengeance has a sale going on. I think it's 30% off across the board. And they have a buy 5 expansion packs bundle. You save like another something amount. I don't know. It's almost like buy 5, buy 4, get the 5th one free, kind of something like that. So anyways, let's roll up the sleeves. Let's get out of our minds. Woo. Let's just start from the top. Let's go to Acid Breaks. Now they got, Psychoc, get the hell in here. Wise man once said, play with plugins until it works. That sounds right to me. All right, so I don't think you've ever seen one of these, Psychoc, but I do music as well. Your boy, Ratty Boy, is a musician. So one of the things that really strikes a chord with me, the reason why I bought a lot of these expansions is because of the sequences. Not necessarily to use the sequences as they are right now, because they really only give you one part of a song. But you can expand from that. But you can't really expand from that unless you know what the hell they did. Let's just start from the beginning. Oh, that's right. I got to change one thing here. One thing, everybody. Display time. I need to change this to MIDI channel 2. Now I can play without ruining everything. Yeah. I have. You know Prison City. Well, that's awesome. So this is going to be a lot different than Prison City. Alright, so this is one chord. Hitting one chord here, everyone. But the thing that makes this sequences fun is that they're split. So I can play a lead if I want. Alright. And the other good thing about, you know what I'm finding hard about these 90s presets is, like, I can't slot in, like, so. Okay, you kind of can. The thing with the late 90s is there wasn't a lot of, like, lead melodies going on. There was a lot of, like, just... The fire starter! Like, there wasn't a lot of, like, movement in the song. It was mostly, like, a good loop that was going like this. Let's see what they've got down here in the macros. This is where it starts getting pretty fun. If I could have this. I think what would be fun is, like, moving this up and down as you're playing a lead. I don't want to think around with that just yet. Fine. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna have we're gonna play a part in the background and just have it stay there, stay put. I don't know why I'm always I'm 57 bars in. Every time I open up Cubase, I'm always 57 bars in or something stupid like that. Alright, here we go. Let's just get this looping in the background. I'm gonna loop it up. Want them, get the hell in here, buddy. So, right now we have no objective, everyone. We're just testing these synthesizers out because I need to use them for a project coming out. Messed around with these a bit offline. This one's not even in the time section. Okay, it is in 8. You count 5 and 3. Fire Porter. Alright, that's fine. And then we can go major if we want. So I would say this is like a minor, and then we can go major. So that's nice. Not really for what I was just doing, but being able to switch between major and minor lets you kind of build your own song. Let me try something now that we've... One thing that I find strange about the 90s like breakbeat bass lines is a lot of times it wasn't like a bass line like a Nintendo song would have. It's more like How are you supposed to write a melody to that? We're gonna have to figure that out. Alright, so here's something that sometimes the 90s would do. Oh, this one's long. Shorty, welcome in, buddy. We gotta test some synthesizers out, and that's just what we're gonna do. Look at this thing, Shorty. What the hell would you just look? What would you even do? There's so many knobs and buttons on this thing, but fortunately for me, I've been dinking around with it long enough that I kind of know what I'm doing. So here's the thing, Shorty. I need to write some breakbeats for a project coming up, and I don't know anything about breakbeats off the top of my head. So I need to learn all that I can learn about breakbeats. And so to do that, I bought this expansion pack for a venture called Acid Breaks. And the good thing about that, what the hell? Good thing about that is I can just open up these expansions and kind of just break them down. They're really well done expansions. So something I would like is like listening to what some of the production was like. They've done a great job on these presets, and some of them you can actually mute all the stuff and just hear what's going on. So here's what the bass sounds like. Alt F4 is what? What? Shorty, don't hit Alt F4. So what I could do is something like this. Like if I want to break down what sounds good about this. So picture like an action scene in a PlayStation 1 game. Like Loaded or something. And I can take this, take the ARP off. I might have to take it all the way off. Take it all the way off, ready boy. Woo! But I might have open up 2 instances and now only use it. Also mess with the filter on this one. We got filter number 2. Also, I can zoom in if you guys want. Oh, that's not zoom in button. This is zoom in button. Alright, I gotta go to here. I still have this transition on. Alright, well, we didn't need to do the transition. Let's change it because it's hosing me down. Alright. What up, Brad? Been lurking. Great to have another music stream. TM Bass, did you actually thank you for that, TM Bass? Did you do your music stream? TM Bass, fellow musician, writer of the Celebration theme song on this program. I never saw an announcement or anything. Alright. For the love of loop, this is always gonna get me until I figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Back you go. MIDI channel 2. Here's what I wanted to do. Mess with the filter. Filter 2. A crazy filter. A special filter. Yeah, you can see, alright. That's kind of how you can start constructing a song. If you don't know anything about this genre, also, having just the bass or the drums is going to be huge. Now, a lot of these drums are actually sequenced. They're not like it's not like a WAV file or anything. It's like actually being played inside the machine itself. Inside the machine. Let's see. Can I just hear the drums by themselves? Wrong Avenger. Okay, we don't want the drum sequence. So I don't know a lot about the breakbeat. Is that how it goes? Boom, boom, bap, boom, boom, that. Give me a sequence. That's actually a pretty complicated breakbeat. So they each expansion you buy for Avenger actually comes with drum kits. So we got all these different drum kits here, and each drum kit comes with its own sequence that is for that drum kit alone. But the lovely thing is you can unlock the two and just play this sequence, the bass cone sequence, with any one of these drum kits. Or you could go the other way with it and go to sequence and say, all right. I want the bass cone, but I want to try the sequence from Amazona's Ride. Yeah, it's very similar. Once you're keeping one drum kit, you can see like breakbeats are very similar. But this is actually pretty fresh if you want to do a different part of the song. So you pick the drum kit you like, then you got your chorus, your verse, and you can just change this up every section of your song. And the neat thing is you can actually play with all the drum kits. Like I have a lot of expansions for this. Let's throw on one of these goofy 8-bit era ones. I'm your firefighter. Not just any water. It was terrible. Oh, goddamn. Technical difficulty? Alright, well, you gotta start somewhere, team base. Markman, this is the hot new jam you'll be listening to for the rest of the summer. Right, where's my other one? Anyways, that's what I like about Avenger is that you've got the ability to just severely dink around with a lot of stuff. All right, so is this? I want to close one. Here's the other way you can dink around. All right, so we got this chord synth. If I want, I could just dink around with all every. This is the Acid Break expansion, and it comes with its own waveforms that have been added in. We've loaded that one in. Let's get serious. If I want, let's maybe even just break the seal here on some of these other expansion drum kits. Well, we'll do more of this in a second. So what I'm basically saying is I wanted to write just this chord synth, so I opened up a second instance of Avenger for just this chord synth. But you don't need to use whatever they start with. You can use any one of their additional sounds, and you can use any one of their sounds from any preset, so you can really mess around. And you can load your own as well. Like I've got a bunch of Nintendo sounds in here, which, by the way, no, I won't mess with that. But I'm sure I will do that for this project coming up. I had this song at my wedding. All right. Oh my God. Hi, man. Michael Heat, get the hell in here, buddy. Michael Heat. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but Michael Heat, get the hell in here. We're having a great time. You know what I realized? I've been doing more streams than ever lately, and I noticed, man, a lot of people are unsubscribing from my YouTube channel. I don't know why. I thought more content is better, but then it dawned on me, it's because most of these people probably know me from music streams, and I haven't done a lot of those in a long time. So they're like, what's this guy playing games for? Who's this idiot playing games? Get him out of here. Like, and I mean, like, a lot of 50-year-old musicians. Like, I used to review synthesizers, much like I'm doing right now. And then if they see me playing Street Fighter on my channel, and they're like, what? Why am I subscribed to this guy? What the hell's going on? So, you know, you gotta play the game. You know what I mean? Play the game. All right. Loved your work in Shakedown Hawaii. Well, thank you, Michael. That was a great project to work on. It really did let me mess with synths for the first time ever. That was, what was that, 2018 that came out? 2017, something like that? Back then, I was so innocent. I wanted to write Synthwave for the game, and I had no idea how to write Synthwave, so I had to basically phone it in, like, or fake it. You know, fake it till you make it. Like, is this Synthwave? Is this Synthwave? Right, what's all this now? And then the other side of it, Devin is like, why isn't this a-hole playing Street Fighter 2? We'll get there. All right, so that was just one sequence that I was dinking around with. Let's continue dinking around with sequences. Let's continue, because, Devin, I need to learn how to write some break beats for a project coming up. And so I have this expansion pack that is all about break beats. And the sequences are basically like little tiny sections of a song that are really well done and really can help me break it down. Let's keep going. I don't need to be holding the key down the whole time. So, Devin, you got a picture like, greetings from Venezuela. All right, well, welcome from Venezuela. Can't believe Shakedown Hawaii is getting jammed down in Venezuela. That's awesome. All right, so you got a picture like a PlayStation 1 racing game or action game or Die Hard trilogy. That's McLean. Lock it up. There's the new emotes. Oh, right. I forgot we got the lock it up emotes. Oh, look at me. I'm a composer. I got more money than Damon Wayne. That is flagrantly false. Welcome in, Young Street. If you guys wondering who I'm talking to, it's my chat. It's just my chat. I said, it's just my chat. Alright, put the hell back in. Wonder what cut close means. Oh god, let's go. Alright, here's what I want to try. Let me stop the song, and then we'll just do it like this. Yeah, something like that. Going to Pound Town. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to work. I know, in case you guys are wondering, I know that's a double entendre. Most people would not be using it the way I'm using it, but I'm taking everyone to Pound Town. All right. This one sounds hard as frick. Oh, never mind. It's not hard. Oh, this part's hard. One of the hard parts about these sequences, though, for any musician that likes to write melodies, these are basically like it's built for you. Like, you hear how the bass line's already back there. Because the bass line's already written back here, that means it's locked into a key, locked into a set of notes that I can play. And so sometimes when you're dinking around with a preset, you gotta find, what's the key? What am I dinking around with? The only PS1 racing game that I played is just Need for Speed. And I love the techno vibe. Need for Speed was out of its mind. The soundtrack was great. All right, Canadian Pound Town is something dirty up north. I guess, yeah, it's just totally normal everywhere else. Have you been listening to Breakbeat Classics to prepare? Yes, it's a great question. Devin, there's one that the developer got me to check out. Maybe I'll just play it right now. It's from Colin McRae Rally 2.0. Maybe I'll play that in the background. Wait, no, you don't need to see this. Zip. Boom. Rotating head. I don't like when you guys can see my screen. I got notes here, gosh dang it. Anyways, the developer sent me a bunch of references. Colin McGregor. That's not what it was. But let's do this. He sent me a bunch of references, and this was the first reference. I'm like, hell yeah. Although this might be copyrighted. Is this copyrighted? It sounds like it should be. Oh, I need more acid bass. We haven't had any acid bass yet. All right, it sounds fresh, right? Hell yeah. And that's all just cut off filter. Let's get out of our minds. Though this is not so much breakbeaty. It's just more dance, actually. Good, good, good. Dance is a little easier to wrap my head around. All right, I'm pretty sure that is copyrighted, so I will turn that down before I get struck into oblivion. But that's where we're at. Not exactly what I was playing. Damn it, I'm gonna never get this right. Wait, we'll stay here. And we'll go like this. Display. Yeah. And then we'll change it to MIDI channel 2 so that my keyboard stops changing things. I'm not even playing the keyboard right now, Yonk Street. Just farting it up. Just farting my guts out. Let's see. And then, yeah, the bass line in the background's no good. That's not what I want. I want down, bump, down, down, bump, down, down. All right, well, we'll keep going, everyone. Till we find the Colin McRae sound that we so desperately want. Welcome in, don't touch the door. Frick, my VPN's starting to fail. I've never heard of a VPN failing. Michael, what the hell's going on with your VPN? So this is one of the ones where I do like this though. Ice King. So that's just it. Add those drums. Blue synth all about. Now it's starting to sound like a PS1 racing game. The O3 pattern. Don't know. I don't hear any resonant sweeper as such. Anyways, that one, you know, a lot of these, it's all just a learning experience for me, everyone. All right, Don't Touch the Door saying, sounds like a JD800. I loved using the joke sound fonts like duck quacks on Casios. Just write a whole album with those ones. Toot that horn, lock it up. All right, if you want the PS1 sound, use JV1080 and the JD800. Roland actually has some VST emulations out that I will probably have to experiment with because, yeah, a lot of those PlayStation 1 era games, I used those pretty extensively. Now, wait a second, everyone. What was, maybe you know Don't Touch the Door. What do you think the composer was using in Metal Gear for the sneaking sounds? Because you know how there was always just like those tweaky, high-pitched sort of percussive sounds, but they were synths as well? I don't know how to explain it. Rad needs to start growing out his dreads and smoking mad doobies. Who says I don't? I don't. I pass on grass. All right, live orchestra. That's how you do it. Future acid. Here we go. I'm your firefighter, not just any fighter. See if so what we're doing here, basically, most of the time these sequences, which I've only just scratched the surface on the sequences, which are kind of like the main course of the expansion packs, but you get a bass split, so half the keyboard plays your bass. But in many cases, it already has a bass line, so you really just hit one key, unless the patch is built a certain way. But on the other half of the keyboard, you can play a lead. All right, Let's hear it go. This is a weird one because even the lead I have to play the same key. I don't like that lead at all. So what we're gonna do is just have that play in the background. Here, you know what I'm saying at the start, everyone? The bass line's in breakbeat. Listen to the bass line in this. All it is a hit. There's no bass. What the hell happened here? Oh wait, we got some bass fuzz, so maybe you gotta add the bass in. No, it's just make that bass even fuzzier. Fart bass. Hey, what kind of bass is that? Fart bass. Okay, so we're gonna play this one instead. We're gonna use one of their other presets from Acid Break, some of their bass presets. See if we can just add a little bass in the background. We don't need both of these ones. I don't need so much wobble. Yeah. Love that. That one, the percussion in that preset, that's gonna go places in the soundtrack. I need to just break it down. Actually, you know what I would like to do? Might as well. Rage and Mage and Sage, get the hell in here, buddy. I can't celebrate for you because I'm doing a very specific type of stream right now, but you know what? I will celebrate here in the set. No message? One of the followers, everyone. One of the subscribers. Sage, buddy. Hey. I know we've been watching movies on the Saturday show. I need a pick from you, buddy. Even if you can't make it in to watch, I still need a pick. All right, reminds me of Aquarium tracks from Need for Speed 3. All right, you're way up to date on your Need for Speed. Like the Aquarium specific track. Wait, this one here. Oh man, these fish are out of their minds. Was that breakbeat? Yeah, I have to write some breakbeat, Sage, for the project I'm working on. And so the great thing about this expansion pack I bought is that I can take what they've started. They've got like one section of a song, and I can really break it down and see what the hell's going on. You know what I could do is just change this to whatever I want. Yeah, let's get stupid, everybody. Okay, we are definitely getting stupid. What are these? These are wavetables. Alright. Hey, yo, what plugin is that? It's Avenger 2. Probably one of the most complete VSTs I think that there might actually be out there. Let's zoom in a bit. And then let's go back to MIDI channel 2 so that doesn't happen again. Alright, I'm gonna mess with this one a bit because I just want to see. This is kind of an acid bassy sound. There's other acid bass emulations out there as well. I'm gonna have to mix and match a bunch of stuff, but I just want to focus on Avenger right now. And so if we have the bass, or the lead, they call this a lead. Well, it sounds kind of like a bass. I want to think around with this one. It says filter 2. So let's mess with filter 2. I feel like you just bust out a you could bust out a Colin McRae 2.0 techno track in the back of this and you'd be out of your mind. Alright, I want a techno track, and that's just what I'm gonna get, everybody. I'm not satisfied unless I have a techno track on here, so let's... Do I have anything clearly techno-y? Final... I'm gonna add this other expansion pack that I will be using for this project as well. Or we're just gonna mess around with one of their drum kits. God damn it. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Just lead that. Alright, it didn't work like I was imagining in my dreams. It didn't sound like this. Colin McRae Racing. How about Tektron? There we go. That's Colin McRae Racing. Super Saw. Need the JP8000. You seem to know your synths. Don't touch the door. If you want some real classic PS1 sounds, get Omnisphere by Spectra Sonics. Yeah, Omnisphere is great. It's made by the Roland guy, the guy that developed the... Oh my god, Raging Sage, you're 11 months in, I just realized. Holy smoke. LFO equals Abercrombie and Fitch song. Do they have their own song? It's a collection of those sample CDs, Spectrasonics, Omnispheres, Epic VST. It is also epically expensive. Alright, probably the sound being put through the pitch shifters flangers. Live orchestra. Right. The key is sampling them and pitching them. The sample length changing the pitch is how to get the sound. Sample length changing the pitch is how to get the sound of... What was I talking about at that exact moment? And where's Dogan? He's probably sleeping. Alright, here we go. Let's go like this. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. Now what we need... I know this is what it's like to... This is what it's like to be me, everyone. I have to think around with this stuff. Alright, now we got that. All I wanted to do was be able to mess around with this while there was a drum beat going. You guys feel like doing some rally racing? Alright, that sounds good. Feels good. And it feels good, man. I don't think you were saying anything specific, but if you want the true PS1 sound, just make samples and then change the sample rate. Is that what you said? The sample CDs inside a VST synth that are all PS1 era composers use. The sample CDs inside a VST synth? You mean like the CD that came with it? It's a collection of those sample CDs. Is there a specific Spectrasonics Omnisphere pack you're talking about, Don't Touch It, or just in general? Because that thing, that is a very... It's an unwieldy synth as well to mess with. The fact that their sample gets stretched out and shortened gives it a really neat texture. Do you have an example, Don't Touch It, or? I would love to hear an example of this phenomenon. Alright, anyways, we're messing around. I want to just play some of these synths without dissecting them. So let's... go back in here. Boom. It's not bad. All right. Let's undo this, and let's just hear a couple more. That one sounds a little too modern. Now we're talking. Oh man, I feel like getting in my rally car right now. This lead is not really helping me. Alright, YouTube video. The fact that the sample gets stretched up short in a YouTube video. Right. YouTube video? Is it just a PlayStation game, Don't Touch the Door? Otherwise, I'll get copyrighted into oblivion again. I probably already did for the Colin McRae song. Unless someone recognizes it. Good looking records. Oh, I can't play this. This is copyrighted to heck and back. All right, well, we'll check that out after for sure. Don't Touch the Door. Actually, I'm going to leave that link open somewhere else. How about in a text file? For my OBS crash. That text file's open still. Okay, and back we go. To the fun zone. Actually, this one I could mess around with without, you actually change the bass number. Check this out. Using the wrong goddamn MIDI channel again. All right. Omnisphere is made by a bunch of made-up. Omnisphere is made up of a bunch of Spectrasonic sample CDs. Main ones people love being Distorted Realities 1 and 2, since they are featured in many huge games such as Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess, Silent Hill 1, as well as many others. I've never heard this before, and I've seen a lot of people talk about what synths and samples were used in the PlayStation era, so I'm definitely going to check that out. Alright, is this the Sonic Spinball OST considered acidy enough? I haven't actually... Sonic Spinball came out just late enough in the PlayStation, or the Sega Genesis lifespan that I didn't play it or even really hear it, to tell you the truth. This is acid-bassy, though. Alright. I think some of these got to be a little faster, like 160. Alright, that is clearly too fast. Alright, we'll go back to 140 and we'll stay there and we'll like it. That train spotting button. Oh, it's not on this one. 80s. Right. Yeah, although my keyboard's not big enough to actually get out of control. Yeah, son of a bun. I need more keys so that I can play that high-pitched lead and still hit the bass note, but my keyboard's only 49 keys. All right, DM me later about those CDs because I've been researching them like crazy. I've been obsessed with as few video game soundtracks because of these unusual sounds. I read an article from a guy who made the CDs and how he did it. I want to try it myself. Yeah, it sounds like a technique maybe I should be aware of. Don't touch the door. All right, yeah, we'll definitely chat. We'll chat about that some more. All right, I like where it's going, everybody. I like the sounds. I'm learning. I wonder why they would mix, like, sometimes why do they mix this sound as the lead? You guys, does this sound like a song? Maybe we need more lead light. So what I would probably do is I wouldn't use their lead. I don't think it works for my purposes, but I would put this I'll probably put this bass line behind something. Okay. This bass line. And then maybe chop it up into a staccato. The developer and I were talking about some other games. Not necessarily, it's not all going to be breakbeat. That's just where I started. But the Dulles Airport track from Die Hard Trilogy, like the first level in the on-rail shooter Die Hard that was in that game, that song is also being tossed around as something that should sound like the game, and that does kind of sound like this. So why don't we get this? Why don't we... I've got to get this... Oh, I deleted it. What the hell is wrong with me? I want just that drum beat playing in the background with their little flittery part. But I want to change the bass line. That's why I'm going to make 2 instances again. Now in this instance, I'm going to remove the bass line. And we're going to do a really simple just chord progression and change. Restart Beats. Is that the name of the one? I'm going to solo the bass on this one. I didn't realize it had such a goddamn... Oh, here we go. No sweep. Play. And I need to beefify this thing. It needs more beef. Filter 1. No. Well, fine. We'll use this drive. No, filter 1. Just son of them. Get a new filter, move that over to this. Alright, maybe not a filter. Forget the filter. What I want is a new amplifier. Yeah. Turn you off, turn you up. Alright, did the devs say they were looking for more atmosphere or vibe, or more urgency and hype? We're gonna have to do a bit of both, Devin. So, we're gonna have to do cutscenes, action scenes, and, actions, well, just 2 different types of action scenes. So we're gonna have to cover the whole spectrum. Now, fortunately for me, I think, like, I understand what the game needs. The way I work, if I were to get a project for Super Nintendo music in a game, I would have to do the whole big study session on like how Super Nintendo music was made. You got to break it apart into its pieces and its component pieces. That way you can start breaking the rules. Like, you can't just start breaking the rules before you know the rules, and so you got to know the rules before you start dinking around. No Fresca, 0 out of 10. Just straight up water today. I'm up too early, Dogan, or Yonge Street. I'm up way too goddamn early. I only had 3.5 hours sleep last night, and I was woken up extra early because my cat barfed on the bed. And I was like, what the? And I had to like nudge him off the bed, and he didn't barf after that, and so I didn't sleep after that. So 3 hours sleep. That's what we're dealing with. Kind of sounds like a bass from one of these songs. All right, gotta arm the track. Oh, don't touch the door. How wrong you are, buddy. You're saying Super Nintendo was just the sound font and MIDI, nothing really crazy about it. Not the sounds. That's what I want to make a distinction here. I don't need to know about the sounds, although I do kind of need to know about the sounds in this project because I've never really messed with bass lines that are just I need to see how they use the sounds, and that's what's making that's why if no matter what project you're working on, you have to treat it almost as an instrument and a genre, two different things, two completely different things. So yeah, the instrument or the genre, I don't even know how you describe it, but if you're talking about Super Nintendo, they got, you can use a Super Nintendo bass sound like the bass from Guile's stage or something. Bam, 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 bam. It's just the bass, right? But if you break down their projects, if you dissect them, you see why they used certain things where, like especially when they start combining tracks to get certain sounds. The Nintendo's another great example of that. If you want to get certain sounds on the Nintendo, they only had the same 4 square waves for every track that was ever made on Nintendo, but the techniques they used with those square waves are what created all the sounds that are distinct. Sound engine specifically is a font, so not the theory of the music. Yeah, that's not necessarily where I'm stuck. Just getting the sounds is the easy part, but finding out why they made the sounds or why they used the sounds the way they did, that's the hard part. That's what I'm really trying to dissect and learn here. Although I do need to also learn, like, technically what are some of the instruments used in this style. So fortunately for me, I know everything I need to know about Super Nintendo stuff from a sound standpoint, the sound fonts, all the samples that they're using basically, but the techniques used and why, you got to cut right down and finally get into the mind of the composers of that era. Like I was listening to some Prodigy, which is also something that had been tossed around with the developer and I never realized, I never really listened that carefully to, was it Breathe by Prodigy? There's just like kung fu sword sound effects in the background. I had no idea, but like they don't even have hi-hats in the song. It's just like a rhythmic sword sound from like an old kung fu movie. Okay, noted. The rules went out the window with breakbeats. Throw anything you want back there. Alright, so I think I've messed around with a lot of the sequences. I think I know where I'm going here. Let me just hear some of the actual instruments on their own. Let's zoom in a bit for that. Is this a patch? What the hell am I dealing with here? That is a patch. Alright, that's just a random pick. I liked it. Even this, you see how like when you take this patch, you want this sound. It's broken up into the sub solo, the sub in the background, but also this drone. Breakbeats. Jungle is characterized by rapid breakbeats, which are heavily syncopated percussion loops sampled from genres like funk, jazz, hip-hop. These beats create an energetic and chaotic feel, often falling in the 160, 180 beats range. Yeah, that's why I went up to 160 there, because I've noticed that, but not on all of them on this, that's for sure. The big part of the 90s breakbeat techno D&B sound is the samplers. The 90s was all about sampling and how using those samplers, pitching algorithms, gave the samples this weird alias gritty texture to them that only a sampler could do. well, you could, the sampler was basically just playing it back at like a lower bit rate. So that will definitely give you some grime. But the problem with that is that you, like, syncing it up, getting it to be in the right beat, BPM of your song, that would be a little harder. Sound engine specifically is font, not the theory of the music. So, all right, now we're back up. Yeah, I could start getting, I could get really, I just put a drum beat behind it, and then I'm good. Right, why don't I just get a drum beat going in the background while I'm messing around with some of these? Make it a lot easier to think around. Or noodle around, if you will. I need a drum beat, any drum beat. Jazzy just adds extra chords or notes to the chord. Specifically the Akai S1000. Not just bitrate though. The sampler would add more than just bitrate being lowered. I'm sure, yes. But you could kind of sample that if you want. You could just use a impulse response from the sampler itself and then lower the bitrate. I mean, there's things you could do, but the other thing is I don't necessarily want the sound, don't touch the door. I only want the spirit. I want the spirit of these genres and these sounds so that I can bend them to my own will and do my own sort of stuff. Like the example would be the project I just worked on, Odo and the Ancient Worlds. I wrote Nintendo's music for it, but I didn't want it to be authentic. I don't need it to be authentic. The thing is, I know how to write Nintendo music, so that part's already covered. But what I wanted to do was bend those sounds to my will, and my will in this case was I wanted to make it sound more modern so that random people could just scoot by and be like, what's that? What's that thing you're listening to? Because that's the way you can expand on something. Like, I could emulate something, but I wouldn't be able to expand on it unless I have a good idea of how to, like, put all the pieces back together. So we're basically breaking it down so that I can put it back together in the way I want. And that's the way I want. All right, so I'm having I'm getting some stuff here. We're getting good info. I'm gonna mess with the ARPs as well. These are ones that you can kind of just hold the button down on and kind of think with the knobs just to find the sound. Filter 1. If I want, I can just bust out some drum. Bust out some breakbeat drums, acid breaks. Let's put one of them down here. Oh, because I don't have these locked. Lock it up, and now go. Shorty, that's perfect. You guys have to picture Steven Seagal running down the road at full speed to this song. son of a butt. Prison breakbeats. Also, using old MS-DOS or old computer sampler trackers is a great way to get that feel to your samples. I use Fast Tracker too with DOSBox. That's going all the way, the hard way. Don't touch the door. But, you know, if you don't, who will? Razor muffin. That sounds like a blade to me. Play a drum on the other one then. And let's just get a beat in the background. Oh, you already got a beat. All right. TV303, yeah, Arturia has a really good emulation that I will definitely be using for this as well. I just use it to process the samples and then move files over to my Akai MPC or DAW. I call it in those breakbeat loops the aliasing and pitching of the drums. Dan, you go to hell! I can't sock you in the face right now because I'm ripping it up on synth. But you know damn well you can go to hell, Dan. Alright. I don't want to spend the whole day on this one. What am I already? An hour and 10 minutes in. I like it. It's a great starting point. Breakbeats, what was it just called? Acid breaks. There's a lot to break. You see, that's why I needed to do this live. There's so much that I need to experiment with just to get more information. But now, let's just let's do a little Synthwave 4, because I think this game will also need a heavy dusting of Synthwave as well. And now I just have a better idea of what I need from Synthwave. Now I'm not as lost with Synthwave as I am with breakbeats. In fact, I'm not lost at all with Synthwave. But what I like about this expansion is that it gives you all these drums that are just ready to rock right out of the gate. Oh man. necessarily want this. Actually, this one works pretty good because it doesn't have an arpeggio that's built in. That's pretty goddamn good. I haven't even messed around with any of their... Zapper in here. Alright, so that's pretty good, but what I like is that if I turn the sequence off, I just have these drums ready to rock at their... That already sounds good as hell. Getting here, Barros, LS, JS, I can't tell from there. IS, I can't quite tell. Barros, get the hell in here. That's awesome. That's what I really wanted from this, was just some drums that sound good right away, then I can write the bits to it. It's an LS, all right. Bold move, going with the lowercase L. Welcome in. First time chatter. We're doing a little music streams here. I also do game streams as well, but sometimes I bust out insane synths. Look at this thing. I don't know if you're a musician, LS, but god damn it, this is what musicians have to deal with now. How many knobs can we fit on this thing? A lot, as it turns out. This actually sounds more like Italo disco than anything. I am a musicologist. I gotta go to my local musicologist to get checked out. Here's the problem. I can't change the bass note without changing the key. So, with this, I like the way it sounds right now. I like this preset. I like everything about it. It's easy to play, but what I would have to do is split it up into two separate instances of Avenger. Get back here, Sub-Zero. God, he's gone. Hey, Seabeard, what up? Look at it. It's old ratty boy in the morning. I only had 3 hours sleep. That's what it costs to be a morning boy. If I change the key, it's not, you don't always want to change keys. So what I'd have to split it up into 2 separate ones just to make it work. Yeah, nice to have you in here, Barros. Yeah, we do a lot of crazy crap here. Wednesdays is usually the morning time stream. Sundays late at night we get our reminds. And then one other day, usually, we get a reminder. All right, the John Carpenter technique. Just change key. Yeah, but not just John Carpenter. That's so many musicians. Yep. That's what they would do more often. Non-stop. Who's this little frickster scooting in here? Hey, get some cheap views. That is an insult to all of my viewers. All of my cheap viewers. Go to hell, you piece of poo. What the hell's his name? It's... Oh, you already zapped him. Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Take that! That was Dan. Go to hell! Now my button just shoots synthesizers at him. That's Dan's favorite song. Let's see, we gotta slow this one, or it says high BPM, okay. Sometimes these have helpful information as well. Don't use below 165 BPM. I wonder why. And now we need the beat. Are you guys ready to get out of your minds? I hope this button does it. So I wouldn't be able to change, that'll goddamn play. Like Days of Thunder, the other one. What the hell just happened here? Bruce Kangaroos, get the hell in here. More shenanigans to come. Oh, it changes the note for me. I would have gone to that note anyway. Let's, oh, they got rhythm guitar, so I hope this comes in just going. Let's get some pads going here. Sounds so much like Days of Thunder by Midnight. You guys have you guys heard that song? Yeah, Midnight. I've heard of Midnight. I haven't heard that exact song, but yeah, Synthwave. Midnight's definitely one of those. I'm sure this was based off some sort of Midnight track. But man, it's so much easier to write with this. You guys can see how I can actually play along with these, but with the breakbeat, it's like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've never played this stuff before. See, A Curious Mind is a great one. What are we talking about here? Don't Touch the Door saying, sorry for the massive rant, info dump. You're a much better producer than I am. It just gets really interested to see how it's done. Thank you, Don't Touch the Door. But it sounds like you're doing the hard way, which is way harder to produce. But you get that sound, right? The hows and whys really get to me. Yeah, I'm good at some parts, but I don't have a lot of the knowledge you have, which would probably help me a lot in the long run. Well, I wonder why he was saying it has to be at 165. Now I'm just curious. What are you talking about 165? That sound pretty fresh. This one you gotta play slow. They got vocals here. I wonder if it has like actually someone yelling. All right. Don't things you hear it. We don't need that for the project I'm working on, but gives you an idea of where you can go. All right, the DX forever. Who couldn't love the DX? 150 BPM, and he says it with exclamation marks. Fine. All right, let's change the note. Carpenter method, just change the goddamn key. I can make good drums, but the rest is that's half of the battle. Don't touch the door. I can make good songs. I feel like I'm a good songwriter, but making drums for me is like pulling teeth. That's why I bought these preset packs. I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to mix and produce drums. I don't care. I just want to write the notes for the drums. What this needs is like a pad that goes over it. Sounds a lot like the Raccoons actually. That's not bad. Sounds a little fast for this one. Play real chords on the left, and I'm terrible at chords as well. Nope. I'm bad with chords. I can't go to the next chord without actually figuring it out ahead of time. All right, I like these. These are all going to be fresh. That'll be easy street for coming up with stuff for this project. Let's hear a little bit of the ARPs. Okay, I think the BPM is a wee bit high for this one. Oh, Jesus, that's too much. All right, fine, hit a chord. No, okay, that's not what they want. Yeah, I like this preset, but I really can only hit one note. So what I would do if I were to use this in a project... Okay, well, fine, they've added some macros so they can build a song out of this one. Let's hear what it sounds like. Yep, it's good chord progression. One I like to use also, so this is so far so good. And you just give me that other hand and I can write a lead to this. Ratty Boy FM, get the hell in your veil. But I would also change the bass line now. Like, I wouldn't just keep writing this bass line over and over and over and over again. That's good. That's a good preset. Goddamn, I love these drums, too. They sound so goddamn good. I'm actually alright as bass lines, too, since I'm just okay at guitars and melodies, but the drumming background helps with the bass line. Yeah, you gotta have both, right? It really helps to have like, open up two instances. If you're just by yourself with one instance of a synth, it never really sounds good. You need to have that second one in the background to do the drums or do the bass, and then play over top of it. Just have one note going for the bass. That's all you need. Bum, bum, the John Carpenter method. Bum, 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 bum. And then write your drums over that. And then sometimes, here's the way I would break down, like, a lot of people are like, I can't write music. Every single one of you rascals out there can write music. Every single one of you. You just don't know the process of writing music. So I'll give you a little breakdown right now. Here's what you got to do. Writing music is an iterative process. It's not, let's go back to the studio. All right, writing music is an iterative process. You don't just write one bit, done. Well, that is pretty much a finished track. But to get to that point, what you got to do is you got to start simple. Bass line, simple bass line. Then you just get a bass going, Dark Computer ARP. Just have this looping in the background. Simple. Just then you add a drum beat to it. And then it doesn't have to be a good drum beat. Just add a drum beat to it. Anything you got. Well, fine. There's your drum beat. You've added that in the background. Now the thing is, I can't do the pulsing bass line, but then you have to go back to the bass line and change it to work with the drums that you just wrote. Now, usually you can start with basic drums like kick, snare, but then you go back to your bass and you can be like boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. You kind of follow what you wrote, and then you add something on top of that, and then you sort of keep changing everything as you go. Like, you don't just write one part and like, done. You got to revisit it. So the key to starting a song, the process of writing a song, for me at least, is that you start with the nuggets, all right, and then you gotta build it together. It's like making a salad. You start with the salad. You gotta add all the fixins. You gotta add the fixins to every channel you write, and it is a longer process than you think. But once you get in the zone, you can start writing music without even. You can see moves ahead. It's like chess. Like, oh, I know where the chord progression is gonna go. I know what to do here. All right. If that made any sense to anyone, I don't know. I picked the worst drum beat. Oh, god damn, they got this one? Super Nintendo definitely used a similar sound. I need some drums, and I need them right goddamn now. If I don't get some drums to bust out sick bass lines to right now, I'm going to lose my mind. Sequences. What time is it? 12:07. Okay, Mrs. Rad and Baby Boy Rad are back, so we'll end very shortly, everyone. But I just need some drums before we do that. Let me get the pads. This is sick. What a sick patch. Let's add those pads. This feels right to me. Damn it, I need to figure that one out first. Anyways, this bass sound here, this is a bass line you can really just rip it up to. This was in the background of a lot of 80s tracks as well. All right, why don't we say, I think I saw a Blade Runner one down here. I think I got to just wrap it up with some sick Blade Runner. We didn't get to all the presets today. Oh, that is not Blade Runner. I'll take it. That's it. All right. Hey everyone, that's been a nice little stream here. A nice little one in the morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you guys. Sounds like the JV 1080. I don't know what we call it. 1080 here. Drums just come so automatically to you. It's just like flows out. Don't even think about it at all. Like it's producing drums. I can write drum beats. I just don't like mixing the drums. Like to get the sound. Ugh. All right, I can make drums. The rest. Oingo Boingo, says Devin. I missed which one was Oingo Boingo, but absolutely probably. Actually, all right, his bass lines go Ratty Boy FM. All right, everyone, I think that's good. Why don't we just wrap it up on this? Hold on, we'll wrap it up over here. Things are looking up for Ratty Boy. He's got a new toy to play with. We're going to be getting out of our minds. I'm going to be learning everything I can about all these presets. We got another... Oh, man. I got some other presets here for this one. Like this one here, Euro 90s. Think like Sandstorm, Darude Sandstorm. We're going to take all these things. We're going to wrap them up together. We're going to turn them into a nice cookie, a ball of cookie dough, and put it in the oven. Bake it. Bring it out. Delicious cookie for everyone. That's what we're going to do. It's been fun, huh? What note am I hitting here? Instead of me just holding this note, I can just... That is the note. Alright. Alright. Leave that in the background. Why don't we find someone to rate up? We got some rascals watching. We had some fun. Slap it up, bass. Desi Buck, get in here, buddy. We're just scooting off. We had a nice little music stream. We're gonna bake this cookie. It's gonna be great. I gotta mess around with a lot more synths, but for me, my day's just starting. I gotta watch Little Rascal, a lovable Little Rascal. That's where my day's going. Or maybe I can squeeze in before I do that. 3 hours sleep, everybody. A wee bit pricked up. If anyone we know is going hard and heavy right now, not Twitter, jeez. Arcus is going again, doing Ninja Gaiden speedruns. That's correct. Anyone have any music streamers going right now? Follow a lot of music streaming. As it turns out, Rock and Roll Tuesdays. Would have been nice to just fade out on this song, but now it's just going on in the background. Yeah, whatever, we'll just go see Arcus. What the hell do I care? A speedrunner who's pretty damn good at the games he plays. He's got more than a few world records going. Nice, peaceful vibes in this gentleman. On a very unpeaceful game. Ninja Gaiden's fricked up. I should know. Let's see, his best time is 11. His best possible time is 11:29. My best time was 18 minutes, so he's 7 minutes faster. That's pretty goddamn. Tino, we don't have. Did I miss a Tino? What the hell? There it is. Raid has been created. Thanks to all the new viewers. Be sure to check out the Discord, everyone. The Discord is waiting for you. Also, if you guys missed the episode and you want to watch more, it's already archived up on YouTube. Go check it out. Live the dream. Actually, I haven't even checked the YouTube chat. Has anyone been chatting on YouTube? No, good. All right. That's it for me. Let's go see Arcus. Let's have a great time. All right? Wrong button. Go back here. All right, well. YouTube, thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe. Subscribe for more. Let me know if you want to hear more of the presets and expansions. I'll do some more. I'll do some more streams. You gotta let me know. Leave a comment below. Come on. Don't tinker around. Damn it, wrong button.